Hi, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd make a compilation of all my blue themed holiday DIYs that I made this year, and I've also included 2 new DIYs. I'm just going to cut the hanger off this Let It Snow sign, and then I'm going to paint it with some Waverly chalk paint in the colour Ocean. And all I do is I do it in sections and I paint some on and then I rub it off so that you can see the wood. Well, not see the wood, but it doesn't just look like a layer of paint. And then I do the entire sign, and then I took this snowflake decoration from Dollar Tree and I just took the back off it so it would lay flat, and then I hot glued it on. And then I got some Mod Podge and the artificial snow from Dollar Tree, and I just dot on some Mod Podge and sprinkle over the snow. And I only do that on the word snow, well, the S, the S, N and the W, and that's it. And I think it turned out really cute. Just another simple Christmas decoration. I don't actually have any, I only ever put up a tree, so I'm making them for you guys and really for myself too. Ballerinas, and all I do is I cut off the little I don't know what to say. I cut off the little thing so you can hang them, and then I just sanded off the rough parts. And then I have these 3 canvases, and I'm showing you this pool colour that I don't use that. I use the ocean colour like in the last video. And I forgot to film the part where I just sprinkled on the artificial snow while the paint was still wet. And then I just hot glue the ballerinas to the canvases. And this wasn't my original idea for these ballerinas, but my original idea didn't work, so I had to think of something else, and I came up with this, and I'm happy with them. I think they turned out really pretty. So I'm just taking some tumbling tower blocks to make them into a stand. Also, they'll stand up. And I thought 1 would be enough, but I ended up putting 2 on the back of each. And then I line them up so that I can get them to stay, to all stand up at the same angle. So you just added another 1 to the back of each. And I decided they were a bit plain. You could leave them, they do look nice like that, but I decided just to use some hot glue and add some snow to the bottom. And this is how they turned out. I love them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and which DIY in this video is your favourite. That round circle that I did in the Stag DIY. And it came off easy, but oh my god, the back of this was so hard to get off. So I used the box cutter to try and loosen it off, and it came off eventually. And then I took the box cutter to take off the little square, and I also sanded off these extra little leftover part. I paint the other side with the Ocean Waverly Antique Wax, and then I paint oh my god, the green parts on this bench I painted with some ink chalk, Waverly chalk paint. And then I painted the little wreath and bow with some red and green chalk paint. No, that's not chalk paint, that's folk art paint. And then I used truffle to paint the outside frame. Next I apply this Merry Christmas that I made on my Cricut Joy. I'm just putting the pieces in place so I can see where I'm going to stick down my letters. And then I just use some Mod Podge and make some dots everywhere, and then I pour over some of the fake snow. And I also do the same with the wee bench and the lamppost. Then I just glue this part back on, and then it looked bad on the back, so I decided to paint it with the truffle chalk paint. And then I just put some Mod Podge and some of the fake snow on the bottom, and then I hot glue the pieces in place. And then I distress the edges with the sanding blocker just a little bit. And I think I made this Dear Santa one as well, but I didn't show. I just did the exact same thing for that. But I thought these turned out so cute. And I'm going to see what other cobblestone corner pieces I found this tree in Hobby Lobby, and it was $6, but you could always make your own. And I'm going to paint it with the Ocean Waverly chalk paint. And once it's dry, I didn't paint the very bottom. I found this yarn in Walmart, and I had some twine, so I'm just going to use it to wrap around the tree. And I'm starting at the top, and I just hot glue it, and then I just start twisting it around. And then just hot glue it every so often. And doing it this way was fine at first until the yarn and the twines got a wee bit tangled, so I had to untangle it. And then I started twirling the tree instead of wrapping the yarn and the twine around, and that was much easier, it didn't get tangled that way. And this is where I ran out of twine. So I just hot glued it, and luckily I had some more. And that ball of twine lasted me so long. I did so many projects with it. But once you just hot glue it down and then hot glue the next piece on, you can't even notice that it's two different pieces joined together. And then you just keep twirling it around. And then once I got to the bottom, I just hot glued it all. I just kept hot gluing a little bit at a time. until I covered up all of that piece, and then I just trimmed it off and then hot glued the end. And then have this little foam cone from Dollar Tree, and it's not pointy on the top, so I thought I could cut it with the scissors, but that didn't work. So I'm using a box cutter, and just to make it a little bit more pointy at the top. And then I painted it with the ivory chalk paint, and I also painted this foam star with some ocean chalk paint. And I have some of the thinner white Nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and all I'm doing is gluing it and twirling it around the foam. And for this one, I keep hot gluing it on every piece going up. And then just tuck the top in and just add some more hot glue. And then I just hot glued the star on the top. And I had this wee, whatever it is, for ages, and I was like, why did I buy this? Because what am I going to use it for? So I decided just to paint it and make it into a Christmas tree. And you could add extra stuff on it, but I'm just going to leave it plain. And I had to give it 2 coats of paint. And then these are my Christmas trees. And I think they all turned out really cute. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below which of these DIYs is your favourite, and if you would make any of them. This one's really easy. I thought these were cute, so I just took the stickers off them, and then I just hot glued one on top of the other to make a little tray. And I was supposed to get some candy at Dollar Tree, but I forgot, so I just filled it with some fake snow and a candle, but it was meant to have candy in it. But it turned out cute anyway. And this next DIY, I got this stag ornament from Dollar Tree, and I'm just cutting off the tag, and then I pull off this little thing and the antlers, and I'm going to paint the antlers gold. And I forgot to show you, but I paint the stag with the Ocean Waverly chalk paint, and I had this wooden plank, and I'm just putting some 4 little blocks in each corner with some wood glue. Then I stain it with the antique wax, and then I just hot glue the stag on the top. And I love how this turned out. It's just nice and simple, and you can see a wee bit of sparkle showing through the paint. Put in it. And I have another one of these inspire signs, and I painted it with a white wax again, and I made this snowflake stencil on my Cricut, and I didn't want to stick to the transfer tape. I think it's just that transfer tape that I bought. So I lined up the ends of the snowflake with the corners, and then stuck it all down. And then I had to put some extra vinyl along the edges to cover them up. And then I used some Waverly Ocean chalk paint and a little piece of a sponge, and I just dab it on, and I give it 2 coats of that. And then when it's still wet, I put on some of this blue jeans glitter that I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. I can't remember, it's so long ago, but I just sprinkle a wee bit of that on, and then I take off the vinyl. I love glitter, so it just gives a wee sparkle, and I think it turned out really nice. You can always put it on a tier tray or fill a space on your shelf or something. And I have this little hanging tree decoration from Dollar Tree, and I printed off the word snowflakes, and these 2 pictures are the same of snowflakes to stick to it. So I started with the word snowflakes, and then I stuck the snowflakes going around it. And you can use any colour you like for this. These are just the colours I decided to use, and if you don't have a Cricut, you could use the stickers from Dollar Tree. So I finished sticking down the snowflakes off camera. And then I chose some ribbon to hot glue around the bottom. And just make sure you start that at the back of the decoration. And then I cut off another piece to make a bow at the top. And I trimmed the ends to make a V shape. So I'm taking some Mod Podge and I'm just brushing it on the inside of the decoration. And then I pour in some of the fake snowflakes.
And then I painted the roof and stuff with the ocean paint, but I didn't like it, so I decided to paint the whole entire building's blue and then dry brush the ivy with chalk Some of the blocks cut easily and some of them don't. And then I just gave the wood filler sand, and then I laid all the blocks out again, and I used the Dollar Tree wood glue to glue it all together off camera.
So I'm just taking the hanger out, the big snowflake, and then I have 2 different shaped snowflakes, and one pack had 8 in it and the other had 5 in it. So I'm just arranging them how I want them to go. I'm putting 3, well, I'm putting them like alternatively 3 and then 2 and then 1 on each side. And I have these half pearl stickers, and I'm going to do some snowflakes in the Waverly Antique Wax and some in the Ocean Waverly chalk paint, and then the stickers I'm going to paint with the Ivory chalk paint. So I decided to do the 8 pack with the blue and the big snowflake, and then the 5 pack of snowflake with the Waverly Antique Wax. And then here I'm just arranging the half pearls on the snowflakes. I do change it up a little bit once I start gluing them down. And once I've decided how I want to have the pearls, I glue them down with some gem tack glue. So this is how I decided to have my pearls. And I'm just going to reattach the hanger from the big snowflake, and the other snowflakes came with some little hangers in them, so I'm just going to attach them all. Oh yeah, I'm just going to put the extra one on each of these ones over the top of the hanger. Oh, and I ended up, after I made this, painting the back of these and putting more pearls on them, because, well, unless you're having it flat against the wall, they will spin round. So I put mine back, I put it up and they were spinning around, so I took it down, but now I put it flat against the wall. So I didn't even need to do it, but if I want to put somewhere else, that's all the back stuff. So here I'm just hot gluing all the pieces together and trying to get them similar length. And then I can decide which rope I was going to use, but I ended up going with the brown coloured one. If you guys want to make this, then you can use whatever rope you like, whatever colour you like. You can just take all the snowflakes blue